Birds that feed in flocks commonly retire together into roosts. Birds that feed in flocks commonly retire together in roosts. The reason for roosting communally are not always obvious, but there are some likely benefits. In winter especially, it is important for birds to keep warm at night and conserve precious food reserve. One way to do this is to find a sheltered roost. Solitary roosters shelter in dense vegetation or enter cavity. Horned rats dig holes in the ground and ptarmigan burrow into snow banks. But the effect of sheltering is magnified by several birds huddling together in the roost. As wrens, Swiss brown creepers, bluebirds, and ants do. Body contract reduces the surface area exposed to the cold air, so the birds keep each other warm. Ah, two kinglets huddling together were found to reduce their heat losses by a quarter, and three together saved a third of their heat. The second possible benefit of communal roosts is that they act as information centers. During the day, parties of birds will have spread out to forage over a very large area. Forage. Ah, forage over a very large area. When they return in the evening, some will have fed out, but others may have found little to eat. Some investigators have observed that when the birds set out again next morning, those birds that did not feed well on the previous day appears to follow those that did. The behavior of common and lesser kestrels might illustrate different feeding behaviors of similar birds with different roosting habits. The common kestrel hunts vertebrate. Hmm. Hmm. Vertebrate animals in a small familiar hunting ground, whereas the very similar lesser crest feed on insects over a large area. The common kestrel roosts and hunts alone, but the lesser kestrel roosts and hunts in flocks, possibly so one bird can learn from another field to find insect swarms. Mm. Yeah, they are very sagacious. It is a smart way to feed efficiently. Finally, there is safety in numbers at the communal roost, since there will always be a few birds awake at any given moment to give the alarm. But this increased protection is partially counteracted by the fact that mass roosts attract predators and are especially vulnerable if they are on the ground. Mm, vulnerable, this term means fragile, maybe? No? Vulnerable. If they are on the ground, even those in trees can be attacked by birds on prey. The birds on the edge are at the greatest risk since predators find it easier to catch small birds perching at the margin of the roost. Yeah, this sentence is easy to understand, but okay.